So I was writing this thing called Black Cigarette a while ago. It reminded me. It just dawned on me the other day. Reminded me of this. Cemetery Man. Have you seen Cemetery Man? Watch it. It's good. Really good. Rupert Everett. Best role Rupert Everett fucking ever played. Amazing. But I didn't ever detect in the script any of the stuff that clearly bled into my subconscious when I was writing it. Which is about pretty much a gentleman engaging with a mysterious woman in a cemetery. It sounds really trite, but it's not the way that it's like a lot of decadent fiction. It's just sort of like the way it's told is the point. But hold on, I gotta get these shoes on. But yeah, it's that movie it never dawned on me that was like an influence at all until I realized, oh yeah, Matt, a guy alone who's attracted to a woman in a cemetery. Well, it's not really centered around a woman, that movie, but but this one is. But it's like the themes. That's where the disconnect happened. But it's funny because it's like totally. It's completely that. It's completely that. The tone, the style of the male lead is completely that. Just watch Cemetery Man. It's really good. Music Box showed it on 35 not too long ago, which is was really cool of them to do. And the guy gave me fucking free tickets. Me and Jill gave us free tickets. It's like, oh, I remember you. You presented a movie here. It's like, thank you. That was nice of you. I'm kind of broke. Thanks. But anyway, oh man, it was a late night. That movie has a tone to it that makes me want to not shoot in black and white, but I don't want to copy Cemetery Man either. But it's really good. It's really good, and it has like and I just remember like from me growing up, like that was the first Italian horror. That was the movie that like ushered me into like liking Italian horror because it was the whole style over substance thing where you don't have a coherent plot. I mean, it was coherent enough. I mean, but it was probably the last of the good Italian horror movies that came out in like '94. So it really extended the push of like 60s, 70s, 80s, early 90s horror in Italy. But basically, it's the last like truly stylish, good Italian horror film with some discombobulated plot elements and some tone over substance. And but the thing about like my experience with it is like it was the first time I ever got drunk was watching Cemetery Man. I was playing in this band and I stayed over at my friend Justin's house and like it was on HBO. Like it got licensed to the US for HBO and like I was drunk on Franzia, fucking Franzia. And I was just like, what is this goddamn movie? And the style, like, it was like nothing like all these American movies, nothing like anything that was coming out in Hollywood. It was nothing like any of that. And it took me a good like 10 years of flailing around and just thinking Cemetery Man was like some one-off weird movie, right? Because you don't know how to connect things and you're not really at that time like Googling things too much. So it took me a while, and then I figured out, oh, there's this guy named Dario Argento. Holy shit, that's really similar. Oh, he was Michele Soavi's mentor. Oh, maybe I should dig into this thing they call Giallo films. Oh my god, wait, there's this whole genre of like crazy shit. Oh my god, what? Wait, there's like 8-word titles that would never fly in Hollywood nowadays called like The Bird with Crystal Plumage or Four Flies on Gray Velvet or your what is it? The one with Edwige Benesch. It's called like your vice is a locked room and only I have the key or something like that. Like, what the fuck? Even all the colors of the dark was like long enough, okay? And all the colors of the dark like sings. That's a title that sings. Like, that's fine. Like, but I mean, your vice is a locked room and only I have the key. What was that other one? Edwige Fenech had a lot of these. One that worked though was The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. That was a good one. Uh, Even Bava in the '60s, $5 for an August moon, or some shit, I think. I mean, then he had other shit called like Barren Blood or Black Sunday, obviously. Uh, but still, fucking $5 for an August moon. Where people now, when you get a director who comes out with a title like that, guaranteed they're a piece of shit. Guaranteed they're a piece of shit. Unless they're fucking me or somebody else who's doing it the right way, who wants to do it the right way, guaranteed they're a piece of shit. Okay, because they're not doing it out of love. They're doing it out of, oh my god, I understand there's a market for these like fucking old 70s Giallo films. And like, we need to totally capitalize on those types of titles and elements. Like, eat a dick, okay? Eat a fucking dick. You don't give a shit. You're aping the styles. You don't want to do it the right way. Okay? Sorry, end rant. Anyway, Cemetery Man. First of all, how the fuck was that title not taken? Second of all, it came from a comic called Dylan Dog in Italy. Dylan Dog is the dumbest name ever, but whatever. I'm glad they retitled it Cemetery Man. But anyway, Rupert Everett in Cemetery Man kills it. Go watch that movie. You'll never. Maybe it's on a streamer now. I don't know, but it's probably on fucking YouTube. It's good. It's good. It's worth it. It's worth your time. Although the third act of it, if you want to call it acts, the third act of it, until the very ending does do a cool elliptical wraparound, which is good, and worth it. But the third act is sort of spoiler alert. When he does the fucking thing where he's got to get the operation to take his junk out, and he's like, "Yo, doc, stick it in the stick," you know what I'm saying? Because the girl don't want me unless I don't have a stick. It'll make sense when you watch it. That whole part is just fucking delirious and stupid at the same time. Now, I love this movie. I love this fucking movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. But I could do, when you watch it, wait till you see Rupert Everett talking to Franco on the phone in about the end of the second act-ish, maybe like 60-minute mark. Wait till you see him talking to him about the dead coming back to life and shooting his... He's like, all the zombies start coming in from the graveyard, and they do like a big, like, I don't know if you call it trucking or whatever fucking shot, where they pull back the camera. It's not a zoom. They pull back the camera from the exterior of the house, and all the zombies are coming out of the graveyard, and it widens and widens and widens, and you see more and more and more zombies, and they're coming into the house, right? Wait until you see that, and then he's just shooting fucking zombies while he's talking on the phone, and it just zooms out so slowly and perfectly that you just want credits to roll. And what do they do? What do they do after that? I don't know if this is a result of the comic or like some need to like fulfill the story or whatever. But instead of making like a perfect 60-minute movie, which it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be like Oscar eligible if it's only 60 minutes. But if you just would have ended it there, you wouldn't have had all that. Then again, there's some cool shit that he does when he has the recurring flashes of his lover that manifest in other women. It's like the same woman keeps on appearing in these new lovers, and he gets more and more crazy and demented. He doesn't know if it's real or not, and especially the way that it's filmed, because as a viewer, you're seeing the woman as the same actress. So, you don't know if it's like his imagination or not because you're objectively seeing the plane of your fucking television screen showing the same woman. So you don't know if it's like real, if it's like in his head or whatever. But that element is cool. I mean, that's worth saving. So yeah, I cut it at like, you know, it's one of those things where you're like, it's almost like a condensation of like the thing that happens in your brain when you like love a director and then they make like 3 shitty films at the end of their career and you're like, to me he died in 1990. Like it's literally that. It's literally that. That movie is like a microcosm of that, where it's like, ooh, yeah, I love it. I love them. But damn, we don't talk about that part. But go watch Cemetery Man. It's good. Anyway, oh, I was talking about Black Cigarette. So, totally different movie. But it just dawned on me, and this is my way of airing it. I'll probably post this, but it's my way of airing my obsessions and where shit comes from for my own personal diary reasons that you don't care about. But also, I realize that there's depth to it, so maybe you'll take something from it. So, you know, multi-purpose bullshit, right? That's why we all have cell phones, right? We all, you know, just like whatever. Better than a selfie, better than a fucking meme. So anyway, have a good day. Bye.